Hello. In this short video, we'll show you how to create a StudyMate class within the Coursesites LMS. I'm here in a content folder, and I'm going to find the StudyMate Class tool under the Tools drop-down. Here it is, StudyMate Class. Choose that one. I'm going to give this a title. This is what students will view within the LMS. I have a couple options to decide and choose between. First, what type of project is this going to be? A class project is one where either the teacher can create questions for all the students, or the students can create questions along with the teacher that other students can then review from. Or the My StudyMate is a personal one where a student can create questions but only the student can see them, so it's a private venue. And anytime you have a question about what these different toggle switches are, you can just simply hover over the blue explain and click and so forth, and you'll see more information. So the next one, you could allow so that the original author can edit their items. You can allow people to edit each other's items, or only the instructor can edit the items. This I think is a good one. Only the original author can edit their own, but then a teacher could also check this. So let's imagine a teacher vets the student questions the evening or the morning before students actually use the review game. Let's say that the teacher needs to edit one of the student questions. By toggling this button here, it would prohibit the student going back and re-editing. It would be finalized by the instructor. Now we go ahead and hit submit. Alright, so the StudyMate session has been facilitated. By choosing OK, we'll return back to the Coursesites menu here. So I'm back within the content folder, and I'll go ahead and just simply hit select this item. And as an instructor, I see several tabs across the top here. Students will only see the View or Edit tab. So the Edit tab is where the students would create these different types of questions, and then the questions would populate down here. They can go back and edit their own and see the other students. And then the View tab is where the students will go and play the different review games and so forth. Now, as the instructor, it's important to go into the settings area and set up a couple of directions and other constraints. Editing rights, now this stuff has already been set on the first initial screen. We can also choose to randomize, and again, anytime that I have an option, you can just hover over and see the clear definition from the software manufacturer what these functions provide the class and provide the instructor. I will just simply point out a couple neat ones. One, you could change this to a different language if you're a foreign language teacher. That's definitely neat. You can also create some topics. So imagine I'm doing one on Lewis and Clark. I could create a few topics such as the tools and equipment that they used. Maybe another topic was geography, or the American Indians that they interacted with along their trip. So each of those could be a separate topic, and that would allow students, when they create a question, to sort their question within the topic realms, and provides a few more functionalities in the review game. Alright, next up, grading. This is an important one. A teacher could use this solely as a formative or a practice measure for students, but a teacher could also enable grading, and what you could do is create a simple 3-2-1 rubric regarding the quality of the questions that students create. And then let's say the student is required to create 3 questions, and each question is worth 3 points. So the total points might be 9 points here for the 3 questions. And then I need to give it a column name. So this was what you would see in the grade book. So maybe we give it the similar Lewis and Clark StudyMate. So that's what I will see as the instructor and what the students will see in the gradebook. And then finally, project information is another one I'd like to point out. These are basically the directions. It will be a pop-up menu that the students will see before they engage within creating the questions and reviewing in the game and so forth. So in my previous meteorology unit, I had a pop-up at the very beginning that gave students directions, different examples of the questions that they should create, as well as a 3-2-1 holistic rubric. So a teacher could type all that stuff in here, and then it will appear for the students. Now, I haven't used this personally, but there seems to be some availability for finding questions that maybe other teachers have created, or you can post your questions for other teachers to find and reuse. That could be something you can explore more. Finally, hit Save Changes. And I have a couple others I'll just briefly run through here. The grade. When I have students using it, I will see some cool statistics here. Each student will appear. So for now I've got the instructor's name here, but if I viewed the activities, it'll tell you each time I view an activity, it'll tell you the number of items or questions I've added and how many times I made edits to my questions. And so these user statistics could be used by the instructor to moderate the review game forum and determine if a student's using the tool or not, and if it's required, they could grade it accordingly. Test bank network. It appears that you could go on and try to find other people's questions from other test banks that they've shared. And then finally, resources. Here they have some short videos and a manual, a step-by-step manual you could use, etc., etc. So check out some of those in that resource tab if you're looking for more ideas or more information. Great, until next time, have a good day.